Fellow Nigerians, where wise man and corny man fight, na mumu they take the make settlement. Agitation in Nigeria is a scam. Those who are agitating for anything in Nigeria, all of them are scammers. Those agitating for Biafra, from A to Z, they are all scammers. I will give you some narratives, and I would like you to listen to the end. But while you are listening, let there not be any sentiment. Listen with an open heart. Ask yourself questions. But remember, those who died in the name of this foolish agitation here, agitation there, remember those who died out of foolishness, and today nobody is holding account for them. Their lives are not accountable because they died out of foolishness. We must come to this table of the truth where we call spade a spade, if we must do it right. Because what is killing us is just ignorance. We are living in a world today where the strong have to survive by eating up the weak. It's all about taking advantage. Before I begin to share what I have today for us, or to us, I want you to please listen to this. It is easy, very easy, to strategically catch an Igbo man. It is easy. I will give you some guidelines why I called all of these people who are agitating as scammers. They are only out to make money and nothing less than that. Make money, make fame, that's all. They are not agitating for anything. Those who died in the mind because they were brainwashed. The most important business right now that is paying more than oil well is to brainwash people and use them to achieve your goal. And that is what is happening today when it comes to this agitation of a thing. When I tell you it is very easy for you to catch Igbo man strategically, you can easily brainwash Igbo man, because Igbo man's focus is easily to be identified as follows. Number one, you can easily catch Igbo man in the name of God. When you call God, Igbo man have these feelings. Igbo man have great respect for God. Igbo man respect God so much. If you beg Igbo man anything in the name of God, Igbo man can do it for you. So those who are agitating for Biafra, you see this language, God, they put it in front. Number two thing, every single true Igbo man have passion to ensure that Biafra come. So those who are smart begin to take that as a strategy against those who are foolish among them. If you call Biafra, tell them you are fighting for Biafra, Igbo man is ready to contribute to get Biafra. And the last one is money. Tell Igbo man where money is, and tell Igbo man the security that guides money is the devil himself. Igbo man is ready to go there, convince the devil man, and get that money. That is the three things Igbo man cannot resist. The name Biafra, the name God, and money. These three things is easy to catch Igbo man. And those who are smart are now using it to agitate in the name of Biafra, putting God and taking the money. All right. Because some of you will not believe all of this. Some of you know you like argument, you want to fight, you want to insult, you want to talk blah, blah, blah. I don't care anyway. But just listen. All of this agitation started by Mazi Uwazurike. Chief Uwazurike started all of these agitations after the agitation of Ojukwu. Our father, Ojukwu, fought for it. And the reason Ojukwu fought for it was in the right cause, because Ojukwu was part of the government. And that is why when Ojukwu fights, Ojukwu can even stand 3 years plus. Why? Because he's part of the government, he understood the government, he knows where the government is going. He's not far from the government. He was in the circle of the government he fought to achieve this dream. And a lot of people died. A lot of people died. And those people who are dying today are not dying because they feel like they want to die. They died out of ignorance in the name that they have this mind that a lot of founding fathers have died in this name Biafra. The passion is there. Now, after that of Ojukwu, when Ojukwu returned back to Nigeria, Ojukwu said, I don't want such thing to happen again. I don't want war anymore. Such war should not come up anymore. Ojukwu condemned those things and said, let's stay together. Even Ojukwu came out for presidency, I think in the name of ABGA as a political party. Ojukwu came out to contest. Truly he lost, but he did well, because if the Igbos were cooperative and gave him their push, I think Ojukwu would have become the president of Nigeria. But Ojukwu lost because even the Igbos did not support him. But that is not my driving point at this moment. Now, I want to quickly drive down to this whole thing called agitation in Nigeria this year and there. Many people are dying out of ignorance. Now, when Uwazurike rise up agitating for it, a lot of people came together, including my father. Comrade Philip Ebu is my father. He was part of that agitation with Uwazurike. We supported it. I gave money. I support my father to go for meeting in Okigwe, in Imo State. Now, those time that my father was going for that meeting, one day my father came back and said, these people are not serious. They are not what? Serious. Because the foundation of what Uwazurike was building was all lies. It was all about brainwashing people. So my father decided to back out. My father did not furthermore. And it happens to be that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a member of Mazob. Was a member. He was part of that movement. Until when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now learned the business and discovered that there is money in this business. Wow! Hey! Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to rise up, betray Uwazurike, and open his own. And how can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu survive his own? Was to make sure that he condemned, consistently condemning Uwazurike, and tell many people that he has brainwashed. Uwazurike was a thief, Uwazurike betrayed the struggle, Uwazurike was this, Uwazurike was that. He formed his own. And when he formed his own, he takes Uche Mefo as his own assistant. And when he takes Uche Mefo as his own assistant, Uche Mefo was in the business, learning the business, and discovered the kind of money that is coming in. The money is too much. Uche Mefo saw with his eye the kind of money that was coming in. It was amazing one. During the period, I think 2015-2016, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to Nigeria, had a problem with the Nigerian government, entered inside, And as soon as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reappeared 2017, the first thing 2018, the first thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now did was to combine all accounts and channel them to one direction. Some group of people went to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the time where you know they, Oga, Uche Mefo they chop money anyhow. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get angry with that. And they begin to, set up some strategy on how to push Uche Mefo out. The painful thing there is that Nnamdi Kanu never called Uche Mefo to discuss it with him, or giving Uche Mefo the chance of maybe to show up accountability. Nnamdi Kanu push Uche Mefo out and replace Uche Mefo with somebody who is a baby toy that he can control. But that was the greatest mistake Nnamdi Kanu did, to push Uche Mefo out. Somebody who have struggled with you for the past 12 years. It was a funny one, right? All right, but that is not where we are driving right now. We are really focusing on the drive, that this whole struggle, all of them is about money making. Now, as soon as Uche Mefo leave Nnamdi Kanu, Uche Mefo quickly registered his own and start his own business and begin to convince some group of people as well. And when Uche Mefo was convincing some group of people, now the interest is divided. Some people are with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some people are with Uche Mefo. Remember, some people are still with Rafu Wazurike. Now, the time they were struggling all of this, I think inside last year, 2020, some kind of fracas rise up that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu claimed that he gave Asari Dokubo 20 million. 20 million he gave to Asari Dokubo. Now, I will come to this Asari Dokubo issue later. Later, I will come back to this Asari Dokubo issue. But let us proceed. Now, when Uche Mefo break out, some group of people begin to confront Uche Mefo and say, why did you go out? Uche Mefo begin to educate them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a political interest or has his own selfish interest over this struggle. And the interest is all about money. And Uche Mefo began to educate some group of people in London, members of IPOB. Uche Mefo educated them to call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to order and for accountability. Okay, let me pause here because I want to say something that just flashing into my mind. Another group of people, members of IPOB, some group of people will rise very soon. Mark this word. Some group of people will rise very soon to sue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court for accountability, to give accountability over IPOB expense, income and expenditures. That will happen very soon, but let us proceed. Now, when Uche Mefo begin to educate these people, and they called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and said, come, let us have meeting. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went for the meeting. I will show you all of this story here, but let us just continue first. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went for that meeting, and they began to ask him how he spent the money. And those people told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they called him because they are like the cabals of this IPOB, because they are the one who started this whole IPOB. So they demand to know how things are going. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gets angry. Who are these fools that will threaten or question his order? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had to dissolve the UK chapter of IPOB. The UK chapter of IPOB is as old as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's struggle. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu insulted them and said they are all a bunch of rats in a cage. And that is why when I see a member of IPOB, I see them as people in the cage, rats in the cage, because the leader said so, not me say. You will hear it here. The leader said so, that the members of IPOB are like rats in the cage, idiots and the rest of that. Yeah? So I don't see members of IPOB as responsible people, because even their leader don't see them as responsible people. So if you're a member of IPOB, you should be ashamed of yourself, because your leader said so, that you are stupid, useless, and you are a rat in the cage. Now, we'll go all of this. Now, how can organizations survive without accountability? Why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu see accountability as challenge? Because it's all about the interest of money. Now, let us just go before time, because this video is getting more lengthy. Something happened here. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was called for this. Now, before that time, this is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mefo had their misunderstanding. Just listen, please.
About issue before us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't matter how long you hide. You are the one creating problems all over Biafra land. You are the one putting people on the line of collision, on collision course, and you are claiming to be innocent. You are claiming to be a saint. You are claiming to be Watineke. And some very devilish, unscrupulous individuals are supporting you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have gradually begun to wind down IPOB, changing accounts and all that with a view to hide certain things. You may not succeed in that aspect, because we have to know what IPOB has and who has been spending IPOB money. It's not only saying Uche Mefo is paid this, paid that, and all that. This thing you started is not going to stop today, not tomorrow. People are weeping. People are mourning as a result of their actions and inactions.
All right, let us stop there. Let us stop there. After Uche Mefo have said this, what happened? The meeting was called. When the meeting was called, Nnamdi Kanu was invited, and those people were questioning Nnamdi Kanu, how is the money being spent? Now look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's response to them.
I want to make a very special announcement so you understand me very clearly. From tonight, the IPOB family in the UK is suspended. Nobody is to hold any meetings with any of them. I don't care who you are or what business you have. The IPOB leadership in the United Kingdom is dissolved. All of them dissolved. Dissolved. Completely dissolved. You don't do anything with them at all. If I hear you're holding meetings with them, you're off. Dissolved. Grown-up men behaving like little children. Unbelievable. I believe that I believe that maybe the British Secret Intelligence are even running IPOB in the UK. All of them, from top to bottom, useless, disgraceful, and very shameful, behaving like a bunch of rats in a cage. These are supposedly decent men and women behaving, and I'm thinking, I don't know what they said to them. UK IPOB family shut down until further notice. Shut down. Everybody in a position of authority resigned. You sacked, completely sacked. Complete all of you, sacked, all of you from top to bottom. Sacked. And those holding our funds, move it to Germany as quickly as possible. If you have to shut down the accounts, so be it. I held a meeting with them yesterday, very disgraceful, shameful. Shameful, disgraceful. At this particular point in our history, all you're interested in is building cabals left, right, and center. You think that's how Biafra is going to be? You build cabals inside Biafra, you must be mad. It can't happen. UK is shut down, completely shut. I mean, everybody in the UK, every strata of government, of our leadership is shut down, complete. We have come to the end of our program this very day.
All right. That is the response of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I hope every member of IPOB have come to realize that they are all bunch of animals. They are all bunch of animals. Now, there is nothing in this world without cabal. That is one thing you must all know. In every group, there are people who started it. There are people who come together, fund it before it grows to whatever it is. Those people are cabals. You cannot do without them. No country can exist without cabals. You cannot exist. Even in the family, there are cabals in the family. There are people in the family, if they don't come out, family meetings cannot hold. I hope you understand that. But all the same, that is not where I'm driving to. Let us continue. For you to understand, these all things are brainwashed. If you can convince your own group, you win your own group, brainwash those mumu, you use them to make money. In the name of Biafra struggle. These things are just making money level. Now, look at what, after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that, for you to understand my drive, if you take note, Uche Mefo said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is claiming to be Wachineke. That is putting God first. And in this particular Mazi Nnamdi Kanu response, you remember now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, shut down the account and transfer the whole money to Germany. Move the fund to Germany. And for Germany, now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brother, and they in charge that side. Understand now? So it's all about money. Now, after that, Uche Mefo responded. Now, this is Uche Mefo's response.
And we don't want emperors in Biafra land. And no missing words here. And they say, don't talk about the another. I will talk about, I'm talking about right now, ESN set up by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a case study. And I have to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he is a person of interest. He's a personality of interest in the circumstance because he is the one that put everybody where we are today. And he is pretending to be a saint. He's pretending to be sent by God. He sees tomorrow. He communes with God. But all his strategies have put so many people in harm's way. Yet he's communing with God. He must stop destroying lives. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has the temerity to, after doing what he did, he thinks that by coming up and commissioning people to be saying Uche Mefo killed our people and all that is the end of the day. I mean, that is the end of the game. You haven't started.
So it's all like that game, it's a game.
At the appropriate time, we will know who actually did what. We begin to do some kind of analysis with reference to this struggle. Who actually did what? Pretending that you don't know what is happening is going to be your own undoing. You are closing IPOB family, United Kingdom. You know what you're running about. You're running away from, but you're not going to run away from it. Closing the bank accounts and other things in UK will not save the day. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be riding on others in order to position himself. If you are doing your own thing, that is understandable. But when you are trampling on others in order to position yourself as the righteous one and all that, whereby you are not righteous, then that is where you have problem. Because people will not leave you. We begin to ask questions. Who was responsible for the killing of our people in Emena, Enugu, in Obi Igbo,
Okay, I think we have to, let us stop here. Let us stop here. Let us stop here. Now, but what I'm trying to bring out is this. Do you notice now that it was all about the driving focus of money? The driving focus of money. Huh? Now, those who died have died, foolishly have died. The time has come for us to realize that we are Nigerians. Ndi Igbo should be wise up. And let nobody begin to take advantage of your mentality, your mindset. We are Nigerians. Let us respect Nigeria as a country and do whatever we are doing. Because we have accepted Nigeria as a country since after the war. Ndi Igbo have accepted Nigeria as a country. And to be honest with you, Ndi Igbo is the true carbon copy. The nature of one Nigeria is an Igbo man. The true picture for one Nigeria is an Igbo man. And something happened recently again that makes me come up to say something here, to call the attention of people, because foolishness is really, really destroying us. Asari Dokubo just come up now and say he declared Biafra. Asari Dokubo declaring Biafra. Number one, who is this Asari Dokubo? Ndi Igbo should ask question. Who is Asari Dokubo? This. This is the same person who hold Nigeria to rapture, busting oil pipe, fighting the government, and the government have settled him. The same person that can be traced to militant is coming to declare Biafra as a sovereign nation. Does that make sense? Our people who just wake up will come talk him out. And those who be Mumugu started to jump up and down, they died through away. We know say our government don't fail us. Nigerians, we know say our government don't fail us. But that is not enough reason for us to begin to jump into the hands of those who are playing fool with our lives. Those who are playing fool with our lives. We must be careful. We must really, really be careful. There is something I want to say before I round up. How many of you watch one video where they were bringing bag of rice down from a trailer, and the person that spoke on the background said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has released money to buy rice during the time of COVID-19, to share rice to the Biafran people, to support Biafrans. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out on the media and said it also that he will be giving 300 million to the southeast, to the Biafran land. He will be giving 300 million. My brothers, Nigeria never spoil rich. Say, where you share 300 million worth of goods, people don't go see them. But do you know that video where they were carrying bag of rice down? Finally, we discovered that that bag of rice was only transferred from a spoiled lorry to another lorry. The owner of that bag of rice was transferring his rice to another lorry that would take the rice to the venue where they will sell the rice. It has nothing to do with IPOB. It has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see how they build lies. How can a people survive when lies are the strength of their bedrocks? How? It doesn't make sense. Agitation in Nigeria is a scam. None of them are going through the right process. To agitate for a thing has a process, and these people are not in that process. Why are people dying? May God help us. My name still remains Sir Watson Henry Chukwudi, the president of the United People of Nigeria Worldwide Initiative. I am here to call our people to calm down. All this unrest in Nigeria, tension everywhere, struggle everywhere, we should be careful. Asari Dokubo have just come to announce Biafra as a sovereign nation. Somebody from his bedroom, after drinking kankai, just come out to announce. And tomorrow people will still go and die. Because the government will go after him And when the government go after him, those who are fools will still rush, come outside and die. Everybody just want to make name. Useless. In the detriment of others' life. We should be careful. God bless every one of you. Thank you.